Burgad Fáilte Arnash, you're very welcome back to the show. We're delighted to have the beautiful, the gorgeous, the very talented Catherine Fulvio in the kitchen. The Catherine Fulvio all the way from New York.
I'm telling you,
We'll chat about that in a second. We'll get going here first, Catherine.
So we're doing an Easter surprise cake with Avonmore. So what we have over here is, I just left out the ingredients for the Madeira cake. So it's your usual, it's your butter with the sugar, you cream it up, then in goes your eggs, and then you put in your baking powder, your plain flour, and then you add in a little bit of vanilla for flavour and a little drop of milk just to get the consistency right. And now,
that's it. Mix it together.
Yeah.
How long will that go in for?
And then into the oven, about usually somewhere between 35, 40 minutes, depending on your oven. 2 cake tins already lined. And that brings us over here.
Here we have it. Now, do you leave them cool down first?
Absolutely, yes. They went on a cooling rack. And now what I've done is I just used a large scone cutter and I'm cutting the centre out. You see, like this, Dahi.
So this is the surprise part of it?
Yeah, there's a hole in the middle.
There's a hole in it. So the surprise in this cake is there's a hole in the middle of it with no cake.
But you could hold on to this little piece of cake and make a little mini cake. But we'll move on from that now. So now, here's the surprise.
Okay.
We have little eggs. Now, if you were doing this for a children's birthday party or anything, you could put other things in there as a surprise. Or fruit, if you wanted to be super healthy.
Yeah, good one, Catherine.
I knew you'd like that. Now, we have, this is such a handy product.
Yeah.
This is the Avonmore
whipped and everything.
It's already whipped.
All you have to do is open it up.
Can't go wrong with it. So we're adding a splash of magic here with our Avonmore whipped cream, and we just put this on. So, and then
I'm just going to do it.
What you can also do is, in the recipe I've said about like 300 odd mils, but you know what, you can go for it if you want.
I think it should be on the recipe, lashings.
Yeah,
lash it on.
It's so hard to measure when it comes to cream because, you know, everybody just likes that little bit extra, don't they?
Well, some people like lots and some people like more, like myself, so it depends on the person who's going to be tackling it, I suppose, Catherine. Because that's what you do. You don't eat a cake like this, you tackle it.
You do, you tackle it.
Yeah.
Now, I want to kind of add a little bit of sweetness in here as well, so I'm just putting a little dusting of icing sugar over it. And you can put a little bit of vanilla on it if you wanted to. I have some there.
I love the way the whipped cream kind of just stays really kind of solid together and kind of holds it all together, Catherine, doesn't it?
Absolutely brilliant. You can't go wrong with the Dahi because you know what, it's just one less job in the kitchen. And sometimes when you want to get on with this, and there's a bit in this cake, there's a bit of work on it, it's not complicated.
Well, you're doing all the work now, Catherine. This is one of your 5 a day as well here, by the way.
See, this is what I was saying to you about putting the fruit on, Dahi.
Yeah, and if you didn't like strawberries, what would you use?
Oh, raspberries would be gorgeous on it. Kiwi, blueberries, mango.
Kiwi? Oh my God.
You're very fancy today.
Very posh all over. So tell us, you were in New York, you were on TV in America.
I was on NBC's Today Show for St. Patrick's Day.
And what are you telling him now? Listen, I'm in this big show in Ireland now on, what day is today? Wednesday.
Oh, well, that's what I said to him. I said, you know what, this is NBC's Today Show, but you haven't seen the RT Today Show.
NBC was the minor game. This is the senior game. The washer, I knew it.
Just the warm-up act, that's all, Dahi. But 11 million people did watch it. But you know, what's 11 million people, Dahi, like? You
Listen. Do we know them all by name, though, do we?
But it was really fantastic. And they did a great exposure of Ireland on it, so it was great.
What did you make, by the way?
They asked me to do beef and Guinness.
Okay, stew.
They wanted classic. They wanted a classic dish. So they asked me to do that. So yeah, and it went down a treat, and I did it with Champ. So I'm just starting to decorate it here, Dahi. So I've just my piping bag already.
Do you need me to turn this around for you?
Yeah, you can turn a little bit. I won't do it all. I'm just going to do a little bit of it. And then what you do is, because I want this ombre effect, you just flatten this out.
What is an ombre effect now?
Ombre is like layers of colour. Yeah, so you spend a little bit of time smoothing this out.
Hair and ombre hair. I said, what?
What is she on now?
What is the something more talking about now?
So then what you do is dye. Then the next thing is we're going with the pink and so on.
This is just ordinary icing, just with a dye inside it, is it?
Ordinary icing, yeah. So we just made it with the icing sugar, and I put a little bit of the Avonmore cream in there. A bit of butter and so on and so on and so on.
Is it food colouring? It is.
Food colouring, yeah, edible food colouring, obviously.
Yes.
And so it goes on like that then, Dahi, and then you go again. You see,
all the way
now
around.
I haven't smoothed it out, but I'm just going to give you an idea. You go with the yellow like that, and then you put the yellow on top.
Good fun with the kids as well, Catherine, because we're coming up to Easter. It's probably Easter holiday time on Friday, is it?
It is on Friday, yeah. It's on Friday. So anyway, you just flatten that out there like that. So I'm making a bit of a mess of that, but there's one I've made over here, so I thought that would be nicer to show you.
Here's one I made for Catherine earlier. What are you joking, Catherine made this.
So then what you need to do, Dahi, is you want to finish it. So I just put it on a little cake stand, a bit of ribbon around it. So this is ombre. See? The different layers of shades. And I've gone with the spring colours here. Now you could go with a nice pale green or anything. That would be lovely in it as well, Dahi. So next thing then is...
What are the colours of Easter, actually? Is it kind of purpley and...
They're kind of... Well, when they say spring colours, they're kind of...
reddish.
You know your colours, Dahi. I'm very impressed with you.
I have a 4-year-old at home, so I know all those basic ones again.
Spring colours are usually kind of pale colours, so like a pale cream and, pale green, lemons, all those kind of things, So we're like that, And we're putting a few at the front as well.
So when did you come home from New York?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, just flew in yesterday. So yeah,
So was it all
really
work
good.
now, or did you head downtown and have a bit of fun?
I tried out a few restaurants. I wanted to try one place called the Sugar Factory and a few different places.
Yeah.
And I did actually go to see the Statue of Liberty because I've never done that before.
Have you not? Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
I was really interested to see it and the history of it. And you can do a lovely tour of the museum and everything there.
Can you go on there? Because that place was closed for a long time.
It's reopened.
It's reopened, yeah.
They've redone the whole of the inside
Yeah.
of it. They had to take it all apart piece by piece because it was rusting on the inside and rebuild it with stainless steel on the inside.
So it's open again.
It's open
Yeah,
again
'cause
and you can
it's
go right up. I didn't go right
It's
up.
beautiful. Even going in a boat all the way around there is really, really nice. Very, very cold.
So cold.
They have a big storm. Rita's parents are coming in this weekend. They're supposed to be coming home, but I think they're expecting something like 6 foot of snow. So they may not be coming home.
Gosh, I got out in time. I hope Rita's
You get out
parents
in
make
time.
it.
Hopefully, no. Hopefully.
So what do you
Hopefully
think?
some nice sweets for me as well.
Is my knife big enough?
Listen, we could use it, all right, yeah. So, where you go? I don't want to break it or anything, you know.
Yeah, but what do you think of it now?
I think
Is
it's
that
beautiful.
something you'd make at home?
I think it's great for more,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes,
If you're
I love
making
the
this at home,
colours.
the colours are great.
I think it's something that you could make with the kids at home, and then you cut it open. You see, like this, and off we
They're
go.
edible chickens as well, Maura.
They're not edible chickens. You're so weird. Do you think you'd love now if I took a big plaque out of that chicken? And then had feathers everywhere.
He's on fire today with the trowel and.
Yeah.
See, we'd forgotten about that now,
I'll tell you
Catherine.
one
Well
thing,
done. Well done, Catherine.
he's partial to a bit of troweling on the war paint himself.
Sure, I have to. Listen,
Oh, you have to.
have to,
You don't have to wear it out, though.
There we go.
You love
So,
wearing it
do.
out.
You see
I've
there
no
on this
problem wearing
side,
it out.
you can see.
Oh my God, eggs all over
and
the
that's
place.
exactly the surprise. The eggs are on the inside.
Can I
There you
taste it,
go.
Catherine?
There's your eggs. Yeah,
This
please do.
looks so good. Oh, it's yummy.
It's a different type of cake for Easter. You know, there's the traditional simnel cake with the marzipan and that on. This one
So
is
nice.
yeah,
You're totally right. Kids will love that too.
yeah. I think so.
And the surprise in the middle is lovely.
It's beautiful. But you know what's nice? Again, not too sweet.
Yeah,
I like something that's sweet, but not overly sweet, you know?
it's a treat. It's still a treat, though.
So it
you
tastes
know?
like a brunch.
It's beautiful.
So
Do you
the
think it
ice
tastes like a
cream.
brunch?
Yeah, beautiful. One of my favourite ice creams. With the
Oh,
strawberry.
the brunch ice
Yeah.
cream.
Yeah.
Right.
Do they still make
It's
that?
the
They
do.
icing. The icing tastes like
The
a
icing
brunch.
and the strawberry inside there, and the cream.
They're very 1980s, aren't they? The
We're a bit 80s ourselves.
1780s.
It's lovely. Gorgeous. Sorry, we can't read to the break because we're too busy eating.
Anyway. Catherine, thank you very much for being with us. as
Pleasure.
always. Cookwithavonmore.ie for more information on this recipe. Now, we also have a hamper worth €75 up for grabs there. So if you head over to our Facebook page, all the information is on there.
You can make a million cakes out of that, can't you? Thanks, Kath.
Thank you.